Greetings, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. Out of all the videos that I am creating this week, and this is just a reminder that daily wallet breaker crystals are so amazing. Just formed another tier 5 basic. Thanks in large part to them. Obviously got a free tier 2 alpha. I talk about tier 5 basic and I talk about tier 2 alpha because out of all the videos that I'm recording this week, this is the top of the list of the most important. I am right where I usually am when I spend most of my glory. So I am going to do my best to practice what I preach in this video. My glory traditionally has been spent on two things. Now, I don't do Alliance War. I've been Alliance War sober for over 3 years now. I'm a recovering Alliance War player who used to literally have nightmares about my Alliance War matchups. I say that not as a flex, but as a cry for help. Some of you, especially before Battlegrounds, told me that the only reason why you still play the game is the competition and challenge of Alliance War, and I respect the heck out of that without ever wanting to understand what that feels like. So, basically, we have ourselves a crisis in the game that Kabam is trying to fix. Now, it's a crisis of their own creation. But we have more motivation right now to do the arena than we do Alliance Quest. What? Prof, what do you mean? Well, it only costs 60 units for a tier 2 alpha for wallet breaker / Paragon players, and it costs 120 units for half of a tier 5 basic, or 240 units for a fully formed tier 5 basic. It costs 60 less units to get a fully formed tier 5 basic. Something that used to cost $1,000 in the unit store. Literally, it was 4,500 tier 5 basic Catalyst fragments for the price of an Odin, or $100 when this resource first came out, which is why it felt like it cost $2,000 to take a 5-star to rank 5, or $3,000, $3,000 worth of tier 5 basic to take a 6-star to rank 2. And I suspect that when 7 stars come out next year, it will cost $3,000 to take a 7-star to rank 2, or $2,000 to take a 6-star to rank 5. And when people say this is crazy, I'm going to say no, it's not. It's a exact economic replay of what we saw when 6 stars were introduced, because I'm old enough and hopefully wise enough to keep track of that data for future historical purposes. But I say all that to say that compared to the 60 units for a tier 2 alpha and the 120 units for half a tier 5 basic, or 240 units for a fully formed tier 5 basic, the Glory Store has not caught up to the times at all. And it resets at the time of recording this, today, on a Monday, which is normally what I get excited to do, right? I get excited to spend. But Kabam did announce last week that this is the month that we will get a Alliance Quest update. And we should get, with that Alliance Quest update, a huge revamp of the Glory Store. If they're just going to do like a casual revamp, just a casual tweak to the system, they are really, really missing out. We don't know what the exact update's going to be. And again, I don't want you to hoard so much glory that you actually can't claim it all. And I forget if it's 15,000 glory, or it used to be like 12,000, but I think they increased that, because I get about 5,000 glory per. So if I didn't spend any glory, I'd be at 14,600, 14,700 glory after another week of Alliance Quest, which would be right up to the point, I think, that I would get that warning from Kabam saying, spend your glory or else lose it. I still think one of the biggest improvements they can make, you want to talk about differentiating the Glory Store from the Catalyst Store, make this thing a selector. How many times do I have to say it? This is an incredibly rare item still in the game. Now, for the first time ever, I don't expect Tier 4 class Catalyst to come into play with 7 stars. I expect a rank 2 7-star to only need Tier 5 class Catalyst to rank up. But maybe I'll be wrong. Maybe they'll say you have to spend 20. I don't know. They have still made Tier 4 class Catalyst extremely relevant, especially when you start to rank up 6 stars to rank 2 and rank 3. With that being said, this Catalyst Store, for as much as I'm throwing praise at it today, does not have Tier 4 Class Catalyst selectors. You either have to buy them for $5 a piece in the Cavalier Daily Special 6 days a week, like today, where you get one per day, or $5 included for one. Or, if you get lucky, a couple times a month from the side quest, we've seen an improvement and an addition, thank God, of these, which did not happen for years. You still see that they're crystals, but the best value by far for just 7,000 more candy, which is nothing. When you're a Paragon, you get 20,000 per run when you land on candy, was to get 5 of these for free, and that's why I'm very passionate about the fact that that was the best value in the store. So, overall, the store needs a huge boost, not just for Tier 5 Basic and Tier 2 Alpha, and maybe some Tier 5 Class Catalyst fragments. I think that's time, believe it or not, to have that discussion, but especially Tier 4 Class Catalyst selectors. Told myself this wouldn't come close to even an 8-minute video. We're at 6 minutes. I think I've covered what I need to. Hoard your glory until they make the announcement, because it could be worth a lot more by the end of the month.